All right, turning back to our forecast once again as we take a live look outside. 33 degrees out there at the bottom of our screen. We want to bring in Chief Meteorologist Lisa Villegas to talk about what you're tracking on the radar there.
Yeah, so we have a lot happening, Jamie. One, the snow is slowly starting to trickle in. It's a little foggy out there. And take a look at the temperatures, like Jamie said. 33 over in Seattle, but the temperatures are dropping now. 30 in Shelton. You saw that just transition. And we've got the 20s now in Everett, stretching through Friday Harbor. 17 degrees in Bellingham. It is very cold. Those temperatures getting closer to that freezing mark, especially for those across the North Sound. That's where we are expecting the majority of that snow to accumulate. So right now, satellite and Doppler view highlighted in the blue and the white. That's where we're starting to see some of that lowland snow. Those brighter colors indicating more of the heavy snow. Those bands continuing to roll up towards the north, now impacting parts of Crescent, stretching along US 101 and even over to Nia Bay. So that's where I've seen most of the snow over the last couple of hours in Clallam County. I do want to expand over into King County. This is now where we're starting to see some flurries increasing Issaquah, North Bend over through Redmond, stretching all the way into Shoreline. And we're going to see more of these snow bands like we talked about continuing to develop. Now, when it comes to the accumulation tonight, expecting around 1 to 2 inches. Most of that accumulation is going to happen after midnight for those who are going to be out and about on the roadways. But for those who are going to be waking up early, my early morning commuters and even late morning, that's where we're in for some dicey conditions because of all that accumulation. And because of that, winter storm warning will officially go into effect beginning 7 o'clock tonight and continuing until 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. For those in the lowlands and the foothills highlighted on your screen here, that's where we're expecting around 2 to 8 inches of accumulation, even higher totals for some isolated areas into the foothills. Now, through the Cascades, this winter storm warning will go into effect by 10 o'clock tonight and remain in effect until Wednesday morning. For the passes, including the Olympics, that's where we can expect around 5 to 18 inches, Higher snow totals will include Stevens Pass and Snoqualmie Pass, where we could even exceed that, especially for Stevens Pass. I do want to zoom in. South Sound, a little bit more limited when it comes to any of that snow accumulation. You are starting to see some flurries out there, but a lot of that is going to transition back into rain. And that's going to wobble back and forth. And because of that, we're going to see that wintry mix, a little more sloppy for you, not quite as icy. Now, this winter weather advisory also goes into effect by 7 o'clock tonight and continues until 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, potentially up to 3 inches of accumulation. But like we talked about, that will transition into rain as well. So as we fast forward right around midnight, when it comes to accumulation, a lot of that's going to take place on those grassy surfaces, higher elevations, but 1 to 2 inches easily possible for the central North Sound, including portions of Clallam County, where I do think we could actually exceed that, around 2 to 4 inches of accumulation just through midnight. Now, as we fast forward through 7 o'clock in the morning, you can see those totals continuing to add up and exceeding around 2 to 4 inches, especially for those up towards the north. But a lot of that snow, like we talked about, could transition into rain. This is going to be a very fine line. Watching for this across the central Sound here through King County. But even though that could transition into rain, it will turn right back into snow at times tomorrow afternoon. Timestamp here right around 12 o'clock. And then all of this slowly starts to clear out towards the south. So tomorrow night, pretty quiet, but the temperatures are going to remain very cold. So even if you saw some rain or even that snow, all of that is going to freeze overnight. And then we're also expecting more of those flurries on and off throughout the evening, a little more limited when it comes to accumulation, but still present through Wednesday morning. And take a look at Wednesday, even in the afternoon with some sun breaks, not breaking 32 degrees. So it will continue to be freezing, not exceeding that until Friday. We're talking about a temperature of 37 degrees Friday. So very cold conditions after we get this dose of snow, even some rain for those isolated areas across the South Sound. So now we're going to be on the lookout for ice, but all of that should melt as we warm up just in time for Christmas. And that is a look what we can expect.